Welcome back to Down the Track ahead of the IPL auctions. Today we're looking at the Rajasthan Royals and how they're going to plan for the upcoming mega auction. I have with me my co-host Abrar Aziz. Don, Rajasthan is a funny kind of team because I think they started off as the money ball approach, getting Shane Warne as the leader and then buying the likes of Asnotkar, Trivedi, these kind of smart buys. They got Dravid as well around him, a young group. They got Sanju Samson as well initially, and then he went and then he came back. But now it's a completely different approach. Rajasthan are buying big players, so you can't really say that okay, fine, they're kind of a small team and who are punching above their weight. It's not like that anymore, because if you're investing in the likes of Ben Stokes, Butler, and these kind of Jofra Archer, these kind of players, then you're not a small team. You're actually investing, and there might be something wrong in the way you're investing in certain places because you're not you haven't shown that consistency over the years. So your thoughts?
I think Rajasthan Royals. I think, like you said, they were a very smart team in the initial part of it. I think they've just lost the plot a little bit in terms of the auctions, especially. And I think the only team that has actually gone with the top three retentions, like 1, 2, and 3 is covered, but 4 to 11 they have completely open. So that's every other team. If you notice their retentions, everyone has like a top order, a middle order, a finisher, a bowler. But these guys haven't gone that route at all. They've taken a little bit of a risk with that. I think the only team that's gone on to do something like that, because everyone from 4 to 11, so they need to build a middle order, they need to build a full strength bowling attack. And I
Yeah,
think that might be a little tricky for them. With that being said, they have a little bit of a bigger budget than some of the other teams, of course. I mean, they are third in the list of the budget that they have, but I still think that could be a little tricky for them. And that's what I want to see how they go about their business. I've tried to be fair to them. I've tried to give them some good players as well. But this is just for me about the balance. But I think that Rajasthan could struggle with could struggle making a top class bowling unit, I think.
again, would you say management, there's some issue there and stuff? Because if you have Josh Butler, Ben Stokes, Jofra Archer, and Steve Smith in your team, you take that any day of the week. Then you have Livingston for backup. Shane Warne calls him the beast. If you have players like that, and you're not winning, then there is, of course, you can say that the Indian players aren't strong enough. I think honestly, where they've made the mistake is that they've got these amazing players, but they haven't got the support staff, right? I mean, the supporting cast.
Yeah.
So Jofra Archer bowling from one end, but then you have nobody bowling from the other four
Yeah.
spots. So
Oh,
I think that's
yeah.
the issue that they have. Because if you noticed, even against Sunrisers a year before, Jofra Archer rattled them, but after his spell, Sunrisers chased easily. So I'm just saying that someone like a Rajasthan, they heavily invest in 4 5 years, which is not a bad thing, but they just got it completely wrong, the balance.
I think that's the problem. The balance is the biggest problem, and again, with them having only 1, 2, and 3 sorted, I think 4 to 11 will continue to be a problem for Rajasthan. The personal and the think tank and everything, that's always going to be a question. But I think this is going to be Sangakkara's second or third season now. I think they've given
Yes.
him a little bit continuance over there. So hopefully he can turn things around for them. But it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to bring in about 22 good players and have like a full bowling unit that will actually support each other, like you said. They don't have Jofra. I think they will go for Jofra again. I think Jofra will, because Jofra Archer is in the auction, but he's not going to be available for the first season. Apparently, that's been made clear to all teams. So it's going to be an interesting one. Who goes out for picking up Jofra, because you want to pick up Jofra at this point when when there's a little bit more money and a little bit more of a purse available. So it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of plays out. I've gone with a team that I think that I have a feeling that this is kind of going to be the team. I've tried to give them balance, obviously. So I've gone with, of course, Butler, Jaiswal, and Samson are their top three. I've gone with Hetmeyer at 4. I'm going to Saurabh Tiwari at 5. Given the Nabi, Bravo, Harshal Patel, Karthik Tyagi, Saini, and Amit Mishra as my 11 total. 1, 2,
You
3,
give him
4,
Dwayne
5,
Bravo
6.
and Amit Mishra.
Huh?
Amit Mishra and Dwayne Bravo.
Amit Mishra, Dwayne Bravo, Mohammad Nabi, Harshal Patel also. I've given them the purple cap holder
You give him
because
Harshal Patel.
they have the biggest they have a pretty big pool also, and I think Harshal Patel will go for good money. I think Harshal Patel, Nabi, Bravo, Tyagi, all these guys, Hetmeyer will probably be because they have to build from 4 down to 11. I think the team that I have will probably take out about 35-40 cr from their kitty, and they'll have about 20 cr left for building their squad after that.
Yeah,
So I
again,
think,
if Hetmai and Nabi they perform, then nothing like it. But then again, they'll have the same issue if they don't. That's the thing. They rely too much on the top three, top
I
four.
think I think someone like a Tim David comes in easily for a Nabi here. I just had this team ready already. I didn't
I
tinker
think
with it too
David-
much.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are
Think
the options that they have. I've gone with the bowling unit of Bravo, Harshal Patel, Tyagi, Saini, and Amit Mishra, who are five decent bowlers. But when the pressure is on, I feel like they might struggle a little bit because I think that there's no like mainstay bowler over there who can take it by the scruff of the neck and be like, you know what, someone like a Rabada or someone like a Cummins, a Nokia, a Mark Wood. Lockie, Ferguson, something like that. I think that they should probably try to get a good fast bowler, and that's an option. But I've just gone with a little bit more of a all round option for them at 5, 6, and 7. So let's see how that plays out for them.
Yeah, sorry for Vinay. Can you just repeat the team? He's asking.
Yeah, for sure. Butler, Jaiswal, Samson, Hetmeyer, Tiwari, Nabi, Bravo, Harshal Patel, Karthik Tyagi, Saini, and Amit Mishra.
You've gone with that trend that Rajasthan do have a weakened bowling kind of lineup, but
That's
honestly,
the thing. The problem is because they are going to be challenged with every bowler that they go for. That's my thing. Because of the fact that they have no bowler in their squad at this point, even in the retentions or anything, I think they will be challenged. They don't have any finisher, they don't have any bowler. That's why I've gone with the with due respect to all these players, I've gone with a little bit of a second tier bowling options because I think they'll be challenged with a lot of options and they might not make all the big ones.
maybe like a
Except
Mavi, maybe like a Shivam
maybe
Mavi.
like a Mavi would probably be a definite bet. I've given Mavi to Delhi, obviously, but someone will be a definite bet. I think Harshal Patel will price will be jacked. I think RR will go very strongly for Harshal Patel, but his price will be jacked because I know that the everyone knows that they need like a mainstay bowler, and any bowler that RR will go for will be challenged hard. I think any player that Punjab goes for and any bowler that RR goes for will be challenged hard.
Vinay is asking which Bravo,
Dwayne.
Dwayne, and will they go for Archer?
I think Rajasthan will go for Archer. I think Rajasthan will go for
He
Archer.
won't be available the first season.
He won't be available in the first season exactly. So I think
Yeah.
RR will definitely go for Archer because I think someone like an RR, Punjab, or maybe a Sunrisers will be only teams who will probably have that 5, 6 CR to spend on a player that they will not be using in the first season because everyone has to think about their squad first and he kind of will add to that squad. But I think everyone will have to think of what they would be available for today. And for all if the purses get saturated, Archer might not even get a bid and then he might get a very big bid next season. So I'm a little surprised by this decision of having him here and not playing the first season. So I think someone with a smaller purse will find it hard to put in a big bid for Archer because I think Archer will not go for 2 CR, which is his base price. I think at least 4, 5 is what I'm expecting, and it will be a steal of the century if Archer goes for a base price, even if it's for 2 seasons only. It'll be like an investment for the next year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Punter Singh, I feel they will go for Bangladesh bowler who bowls like Malinga. Who Taskin Ahmed?
Yeah, Taskin.
Badal Hussain.
The scheme, yeah, and there's the Fizz as well. Fizz is an option. He's also played for them before in the last season, so
Yeah.
I think he's an option as well. I haven't found the space for Fizz, but that's also because of the fact that uh, I've struggled to get a lot of these foreign players. Like when I was asking about Tahir yesterday, I wasn't able to get him in as well. I think all these guys will definitely make squads, but I've just gone with the kind of 11s that I've tried to create the balance for.
Yeah, 100%. Ashley Musti is not excited today because Man United effed up. Uh,
I already bantered him.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm just a bit tired. That's completely fine. I mean, like, we're used to that. If it's not like, we're off, like, fighting for first position and we just dropped a point, Obama what? Obama who? Obama blood clot yank. Ashmi, I think, is watching AFTV 3 years late, but he's.
I think for your mental peace, I would recommend you don't.
Is Gale in any of your teams? Gale is not in
Gale
no
is
one's
not in the auction.
owner's teams. No, neither is he in the auction. Neither is he in anybody's team, or he's not even in the West Indies team. He's not in any team.
I
And then
think Gale is chilling in Barbados.
he's chilling with Emiway Buntai. Have you seen that video? Don't watch it, brother, man.
Recently,
It came last year, I think, during the
I
IPL.
don't remember.
That's like what you call a party. And then punt racing, I think it's a big gamble to buy Archer now. I like, it depends on what you classify as a gamble, because if you get him, you keep him. I completely agree that it is a gamble, but
Yeah.
uh, do you have a choice of what happens if nobody gets him? Then
He'll come back into the auction next season. There will
then
be
he
an
can
auction
go
next
for
season, and then he'll go for a very, very big bid next
more.
season.
So you might, if you go for get him for a bargain, then that's good.
That's the thing. That's the thing. If people have bet, so basically, what my feeling is that he might not go in the first time when his name gets called up, but when they do that second round, that's when I think he'll go. Let's see.
He celebrates like Cottrell. Who celebrates like Cottrell?
Sheldon Cottrell, Gale, I'm guessing.
Uh, झाड़ू को भी पता नहीं. Vinay saying he's playing BPL. Bro, Vinay, he's not in the IPL. He's not there. You asked the question.
Yeah, no,
He's
he's now
not
in the
there.
IPL
He's
auction.
not there.
Yeah, I
If he
confirmed
comes,
that.
if he comes back like Rey Mysterio or like in the Royal Rumble like that, then like fine. But he's right now he's not in the auction list. Rito's in the house. He's saying Shahbaz Ahmed. He was under bold, underrated kind of in that day.
Good shout. Good shout. Shabazz Ahmed, very good shout. Very good shout. I haven't made him in my team, but I think it just slipped my mind. I don't know why I didn't find him in the list. So I have to go review my simulation, but maybe I just didn't find the space for him, but I don't remember. That's a very good
Shahbaz Ahmed
shout.
is
I
a good
haven't.
shout, like all around
Yeah.
he can spin the ball, bat as well. I think that's a good option, but I'll be very interested to see how Rajasthan approach this, right? Because normally it is the money ball, but last few years they've gone with the big hitters. So I
I
just
think
want
they
to see.
should go back to their old approach. I think that's a better approach for them. Or for most teams at this point. I mean, of course, it's going to be hard in this. I think one, maybe two teams will have to go through the Moneyball approach. I think that's something that might work out for them, especially for the people who have, for like I think for a Punjab and a Rajasthan, I think it's a good shout, or a Hyderabad also for that matter.
Yeah, but one thing that I have a problem with is, I think that like if you're going to win the tournament, you just need to strengthen your bowling. I think batting you can still do it with it, but I think fast bowling in particular, I've always told you this. I feel the power play a few overs, but more importantly the last 5-6 overs and the death, if you can minimize that damage, it wins you championships. I've seen that with Mumbai Indians. I've seen it. Delhi have been really good with that. Yes, they haven't
Yeah,
won, but they were up against Mumbai Indians who are doing pretty much the same thing. And then
correct.
Sunrisers did that as well. So I think that kind of approach is much needed, because if you can stack your batting as much as you want, we saw that with RCB. They were batting till 7-8, but at the end, it's that pen cutting impact we saw in 2016. It cost them the game, right? Like that's
I
what it is.
agree.
So
I completely agree. I think that's bowling will win you the tournament. I think batting will win you some games, but bowling will win you the tournament. But I think I think that's why I think RR will struggle a little. I still think that they will have, in my opinion, I think this with in terms of my simulations, I think that this is probably with Punjab as the lowest rank in terms of their happiness or my happiness with their simulation.
yeah, Rizu was asking any good uncapped wicketkeeper batsman. Punter Singh under 19 Bana, he is not in the auction. Bana is
It's
not in the
not in the
auction.
auction. Bana is
Haryana
not in
do
the
not
auction.
want him to get into the auction. They want him to focus on Ranji Trophy, and then so I think he's playing for Punjab. But I think the Haryana Cricket Association had advised him not to put his name.
Apparently there's going to be some I'm reading some news that he might be allowed on the basis of his improvement of his performance and stuff like that, but I don't know. There's a lot of speculation about that. I don't think that they can change the list now once that's already out, I think. But I think maybe next season we'll see Bana. But we have the likes of Bawa, Yash Dhul,
The
I know
wicketkeeper batsman is
Sheikh.
Danny
Oh,
Young.
sorry. Yeah, uncapped wicketkeeper batsman. Not that I think can think of at this point. There are a bunch of, but none of the caliber of like someone who probably go get it straight into a 11.
I think with that recent Sri Lanka series and a lot of the, like sometimes because of COVID, you have a second string team playing a lot. You're going to see less and less uncapped players now. I think that's
Yeah,
going to be one thing as well in that thing. But yeah, I mean, if you think of it, I'm sure there will be options in terms of uncapped. But all these other wicket keepers who are there, they'll go for some good money. I think.
yeah, hundred
I would
percent.
go with, honestly, I think the foreign ones are very attractive. If you look at Bairstow, you look at
Besto, Quinton de Kock, yeah, Quinton.
uh,
Who else is there? Puran might
and
make
yeah,
the
Puran is
wicket-keeping
there. By the
option.
way, Van der Dusen keeps wickets as well.
Yeah, Rusi.
So
Yeah, yeah.
he can keep if needed. So I think there's a lot of options in terms of foreign, and then you have your Indians in the
Yeah,
championship.
and like I said, Ambati Raidu is probably a good bet. He's not, of course, he's not uncapped, but I think he's a very good bet. KS Bharat, we were talking about him yesterday. He's a good bet. So
Yeah.
there are a few. There are about 8, 9, but I think a lot of teams need wicket keepers as well. So it's gonna be a very fiercely fought auction for the wicket keepers as well.
Yeah, 100%. Again, I think like because there's so many options, these teams will have their have thing. But I was watching this 2.5 hour special on Cricinfo today. It was excellent. I recommend you guys to watch it. It was about the IPL auctions. You had the likes of Akash Chopra, Vittori, Rona Kapoor, a couple of Gaurav Subramaniam, I think a couple of really good Cricinfo journalists. They were saying that I think Subramaniam was the one who was saying that, listen, in the first set, you have 10 players, right? Not
Marquee.
necessarily that everyone will pick one each. He's saying that just go for four. Like one team who has a big players, just go
Yeah.
for four. Go
I think
like
that's exactly what
and
something
shake
like a
up the whole
Punjab will
market.
do. I think something
Punjab.
that Punjab will do. They'll probably spend like 25, 30 CR in that place because they can afford it and they still have 40 CR left after that as well. So like go
Yeah.
for go for like two, three, 4 players and just go big bet 7, 8 CR on each player and get them. Create that marquee players around, because of Mayank Agarwal, Ashdeep Singh is going to be a difficult situation to start off with. You need 4 very big players. Maybe try to bring in an Ashwin, a Shreyas Iyer. These guys will really, up the ante for them. That's the most important thing.
Vinay Singh KS Bharat is still uncapped. Vinay is not uncapped. Vinay, he's not uncapped, buddy. He played in the test match for India. He is not uncapped. He is capped player. Rido Singh DK started to show his age last season. Not sure he's a good investment as a wicketkeeper anymore. I mean, look, like he has that experience. It depends also what kind of franchise he's going to. I feel if you're going for a Chennai, he'll be used. Look at Robin Uthappa.
Yeah.
He won them the title last season. So
There,
it depends what
he's
kind of.
he's also training very hard with Abhishek Nair right now. So maybe like a KKR might go back in for him as an option. So that's definitely an option because Abhishek Nair is in the think tank for KKR. So he's already training. He wants to play for another 3 years. Of course, the age will show, but I think he himself has come out and said in interviews that he wants to play for another 3 years at least. So he wants one more big chance at least another big contract because that's a 3-year contract usually.
Yeah, and saying a similar thing with Raidu. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like uh, it is it could go either way, but it is a risky buy. Like especially if you're looking at the future, I don't think.
Definitely, definitely. These guys will all make squads. I put them in 11s because I think that we were talking about experience as well. I think some of the teams need the experience. So I put them in 11s, but I think that they will very quickly probably become squad players, and some of the youngsters will probably get bigger chances. I think.
Yeah, 100%. But anything else to add?
No, I think that wraps it up for in terms of Rajasthan. Tomorrow is the important day for me, and I have to admit I have been a little bit biased with Sunrisers, but you can forgive me for that because I support the team and these are my simulations, so you guys can forgive me for that.
Yeah, Vinay Singh, he didn't play in the starting 11. He came as a substitute. Substitute. That's not a debut. Vinay is a cap player, bro.
He is a cap player. I confirm that he is a cap player.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he is a cap player.
He has a lot of confidence. Bro, he played for India, like whether but even if he's not a cap player, it won't make too much of a difference unless for fantasy, then it'll make a bit of a difference. But I think it's okay. I don't think it'll make too much of a difference.
Oh, he's not capped.
Vinay is not a cap player, man. We're telling you that he's not capped, man. But yeah, I thought it doesn't make much of a difference. It just says that
Yeah,
Vinay is.
yeah, because he like apparently if you come in a substitute for a concussion issue, it's not that you're capped. I'm just reading that
Yeah, I
information.
already researched that before you. I just kept quiet.
I'm just reading that
Yeah,
right
then
now.
you go to do that for option. You have KS Bharat as an uncapped player, but I think he will still go for a big because look at Shah Rukh Khan. He's an uncapped player as well, but
Yeah,
he's up to
he
go.
might
That's
not. If he plays tomorrow, he might not be uncapped before the auction.
he won't be uncapped. Yeah, if he plays
If he
tomorrow.
plays tomorrow, but I don't think
But
he's
the
going to play
good thing
tomorrow.
is that someone like a Shah Rukh Khan or even KS Bharat, right? Like the
Particle.
starting thing, and Particle as well. But Particle is capped.
Oh yeah, Particle played that small tournament. Yes, sorry, keep
Yeah.
forgetting. Sorry. Yeah.
Um, so I think. Particle is capped, but these guys they will still go for a lot of money. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's if you're uncapped, you can get retained. You can't get retained more than 4 crore, right? 4 crore is the limit to get retained
No, no, no. In the auction, you can go up to a 20.
in the auction. But I'm saying retention
In the
wise,
retention wise, only four.
that's why
Yes,
Shah Rukh
yes.
Khan and these guys
Wanted
selected.
to go out there. Yep, exactly. And Ravi Bishnoi and Samad were very happy. Jaiswal was very happy.
Yeah. Vinay Singh, how many times do I have to prove you wrong?
Sorry,
uh,
Vinay. Vinay, sorry. I thought he genuinely was talking. That's why I read him. This fellow doesn't know anything. Waste fellow.
which yeah, you Vinay man, he's calling you
No,
waste
no,
fellow. Is
no.
going
Not
in
Vinay. I'm telling you, Saleh.
SRH going in retention. Which SRH, bro?
I don't know.
Sunrisers.
Sunrisers going in SRK, I think.
KS
SRK.
Bharat is one of the best Indian keepers available. Will fetch a big amount, 4 plus.
I agree. I agree. I mean, in the auction, you can go up to 20 also. I don't think KS Bharat will get 20, but I think you can go up. You can go. The sky's the limit for some of these uncapped players like
Don,
Shah Rukh Khan, KS Bharat, and these
yeah,
guys.
before I let you go, I'm going to give you a list of 10 players. I think there's some viewers there, so it'll just be fun to have a quick game with you
Okay.
and go through the two teams tomorrow for sure. But I'll
Yeah.
just do if you have time, I'll just go
Yeah, yeah.
through.
What's up?
Yeah, so I'll give you 10 players. You tell me how much you're bidding for them.
Oh, okay. For sure.
Put your orange cap, put your Chennai cap, whatever cap you want. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Jason Holder coming to the auction. Base price 2 crore.
I
Going
think
one
I'll give him about 7.5.
7.5 crores. And whoever's watching, please you also tell us how much
Good
you would.
experience. You know what?
Use.
Let's write this down so it'll be fun.
Jason Holder 7.5 going into the auction. I mean, going into which team are you?
RCB.
RCB. Going once, going twice, sold.
Yeah.
And then okay, let's go with next buy is Ishan Kishan.
15 CR SRH.
15 crore going once, going twice, sold. Punter Singh 6 crore for holder. Tell us what do you think about Ishan Kishan. Don is going with 15 crore. Third one, Shreyas Iyer.
16 CR Punjab.
16 CR. This is the highest bid of the evening. Thank you so much. Going once, going twice, and sold.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Mumbai 17 crore.
Who?
17 crore.
Who? Okay,
Mumbai.
you should write it down. We'll compare it after that. After
Yeah,
the post
Punter
auction
write it
for
down.
whoever is right. Yeah, Punter, write it down.
Shreyas Iyer 16 crore RCB.
No, Punjab.
No, he's saying 16 crore RCB.
Okay.
Okay, and then we've gone holder. We've done Shreyas Iyer. And we've
Kishan.
done Ishan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4, going with Deepak Chahar.
Ooh.
Wah, kya.
12 CR to Ahmedabad.
12 CR Ahmedabad sold. 6 players left. Let's go. The main man, the one who has won the best IPL trophy ever, the golden IPL trophy, the best captain to ever play in the IPL, David Warner.
A base price unsold. No, I'm just joking.
Base price 2 crore, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm saying unsold, but no. I think 7 CR to Ahmedabad.
7 CR Ahmedabad for David Warner.
Yeah.
बहुत कम बोल रहा है. I think 10 crore, man.
Yeah, it's possible, but I'm just I have beef, so that's why.
I'm just saying 14 crore CSK, bro. CSK will run out of money, man.
No, CSK won't be able to do it. It'll be Ahmedabad. I think it'll be RR, Punjab. Mostly he'll go to Punjab.
But I agree with that number. I think 10 plus he could go.
He'll fetch. He could fetch.
I agree with 14.
I have personal beef, bro. That's why.
I would say what would be really good by 12 crore RCB Warner. I think that would be good.
Okay,
But,
I'm saying 8. I'm saying 8 crores Ahmedabad. Okay, for David Warner.
What did you say before 6, right?
I said 7. So I'm saying 8 now. I'm changing
We've
that.
done 5 players now, right?
5, yes.
We've done 5 players.
Yeah.
6 players.
Yeah. Huh?
Yuzvinder Chahal.
Chahal. Chahal will go 10 CR Delhi.
10 CR to the Delhi Capitals. Sold. I think Chahal can go for 12 crores.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
agree.
think?
I agree. I think Chahal 12 will be a fair shout.
Chahal 12. Okay, I'm doing this because of our viewers asking, so I'm taking the suggestion. Devolve Brevis, baby AB de Villiers.
Ooh.
Base prices, I'm not exactly sure.
I think base price I think is 20 lakhs.
20 lakhs, yeah.
I'm gonna go 2 CR to RCB.
2 CR to RCB. That's that's really good for him. 2 CR
Yeah,
to
I
RCB.
think it's a very good price. Yeah, I think two. I think that probably he won't make the top few because I
Yeah,
think this will be more like a squad player. So I don't think they'll be having no. I don't think anyone will have like too much money to spend on squad
yeah.
players.
Want to say 40 lakhs RCB. Yeah, that could be possible. Um, that's how many? Six players? Let's go
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, abhi.
seven. Okay. Okay, so now let's go with Quentin de Kock.
So spoiler alert. But
Don't
I
give me the
think, and I think about 7 CR to KKR.
seven. Well, not a bad shout. Him and Venkatesh are opening the batting, huh?
Both left-handed is the only option over there.
7 CR Quentin de Kock. So I think that's a bargain because he's what 29 peak
Yeah,
years. I
yeah,
think
yeah. I think I'll give him 8 actually. 8 CR KKR.
8 CR to KKR, and then last two. Let's go. Shardul Thakur.
12 to Chennai.
That's a lot of money.
He's an
12,
all-round option.
12 crore to Chennai. And then number 10, Shah Rukh Khan. I know you 10 crore Mumbai. That's what you're going to say.
I was gonna say 8 to Mumbai. 8 CR Mumbai.
Yep. 8 CR Mumbai. And the last one, 11th, the most special one, Arjun Tendulkar.
I think he will go for 30 lakhs to Ahmedabad.
Yeah, it's going to play Shubman Gill, huh? No, is it? Yeah, Shubman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come on. That's going to be crazy, bro. Net sessions all the way.
But, you didn't ask me about Washington Sundar, bro. Important
I
player.
didn't ask a lot of players. I just, yeah, I
True,
didn't ask
true,
but
true.
I didn't ask
But
Muhammad Shami. I
yeah,
did not
Shami.
ask.
A lot of
Uh,
players are there actually. Never mind. So those 10 are good shouts. Yeah,
no, we
it'll
have
be fun.
one
We'll
more.
see. We'll do 10 more tomorrow.
Okay, but one more, one more.
Okay, yeah. What's up?
Kagiso Rabada.
Oh, Rabada will go for
I'm
14
going
CR to
18
Lucknow.
crores Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Who?
Bang!
You're going that?
Sunrisers Hyderabad. Kagiso.
I'm saying 14 to Lucknow.
14 to Lucknow.
Mhm.
Rabada.
I'm sticking to my teams that I've made. So hopefully, if it comes true, then I'll be happy.
Yep. But yeah, Panta, I read your mind, guys. Great minds think alike. I was thinking about Rabada as well. But I think that wraps it up. That was a bit of fun, Don.
Yeah.
And I will catch you tomorrow for the last two teams, and then hopefully we'll be done. And the auction Saturday, Sunday. I would recommend you guys to see the 2.5 hour cricket for thing as much as you can. And also, there's a 30-40 minute Ashwin interview of Richard Madley, who was the first auctioneer.
Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. I wanted to see that. I forgot about that. I'll watch it.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it. One thing that's like what I took from that interview, I think he said it early in the interview. It's kind of like a spoiler, but it's okay. He's you know what he said. It's not really a spoiler, but he said that 2008 was the first time I was called and I had to auction human beings. That hit me.
That's funny.
I'm like,
That's
wow,
so
like
true. That is so
auctions,
true.
like watches, this, that, furniture, blah, blah. But like, first time I auctioned human beings, and like, yeah, it's a really good story. Um,
I do
yeah,
miss him. I think the new guy is still good, but I think that guy had something of an aura about him.
that guy, yeah, he was
Yeah,
outstanding.
Madly. I think
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, the new guy seems a little bit more suave, but
yeah. And
that
this guy, he was a proper auctioneer, right? He used to go to New York,
mm,
London. He was saying that, like, I used to auction like antiques and all these things. So he was a proper auctioneer, and he actually had a big interest in cricket. Anyway, he used to play cricket and stuff, and now he's also becoming an umpire, I think. So yeah,
oh,
that out. An auctioneer's job is not easy. And also, a quick story from there. You'd have to watch it, but there was KKR versus RCB bid going on fiery, and he didn't see one bid. So you guys should watch that and see
Ooh.
what happens there. Like, I mean, you probably remember. I honestly didn't remember, but it's a very good episode. So a lot of auction excitement. Don, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you tomorrow, and yeah, take care.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Thank you, Punter. Thank you, Ritu. Thank you, Vinay. Thank you, Ashish. Everyone joining. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.